Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pixpay, and we will continue with Kingdom Come Deliverance and still in a Woman's Lot DLC. So for now, let's do the last quest that we will do in the Kingdom Come Deliverance. And this DLC is the story of Theresa when in Skalitz.
Well, well, Henry. How come you stink like that? You've been with whores, haven't you?
Never! Why on earth would I go with some harlot when I've got the prettiest girl around?
You silver-tongued devil. But I know you. You'd never lie to me, would you? I'm sorry for doubting you.
I'm sorry, Theresa. Okay, so looks like we can go somewhere. I will skip that for later. Now let's do the quest for the DLC.
What actually happened to you in Skalitz? I mean, during the attack and... well, you know.
That's a long story. Not a very cheerful one. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
I do.
All right, then. It was a day like any other. Another ordinary day in my ordinary life. I awoke at first light, before the others. I like those kind of mornings best. When the first rays of sunshine quickly drive away the nighttime cold. Hello, you. Come here. And the breeze carries the scent of dew-covered grass and the bloom of spring. Oh, and look at you. Aren't you a nice boy? I wanted to get my chores done before the rest of the household was up. And this morning seemed made for that very purpose. Right, better get to work. I have to feed the hens, weed the garden, feed Tinker. I'd better get it all done before Papa is up.
Alright, so now we are playing as Theresa. This is very nice. So before we go explore,
I must bring Tinker a piece of meat. That'll be a nice treat.
let's go to do the quest. We need to feed the chickens. Meat. Oh, we have meat. I will move it. And also we have a dog, and his name is Tinker. Where is he?
To me!
Tinker.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
That's nice.
Here, chickie, chickie, chickie. Here. Here you are, girls. Fill your beaks.
Now we need to clean up the garden. The best way to start the day, right?
That should do it. The garden is looking how it should again.
Okay, I think that's enough. So now let's go back to father. So actually, Theresa has the same inventory, just like Henry. And she has her own status. Nice doggy.
Theresa, come here. Theresa?
What do you need, Papa?
Go up and see the blacksmith. He made some nails for me. Here's some coin.
All right. Anything else while I'm at it?
No, unless you want to stop off at the market and buy some supplies. And before you go, wake Samuel. The boy's still lying in bed and won't stir. He ought to follow your example and Stebor's. You two don't have to be pushed to work. Well, at least he's still better than that good-for-nothing's Bishek. The lazy wretch. A helper like that isn't worth a damn. If it weren't for his father, God rest his soul, I'd have thrown him out on his ear long ago.
Now, Father, you shouldn't be so hard on Zabishek. You know he hasn't had an easy life.
And who has, girl? That's no excuse for laziness. You could tell him to get his ass to work, too.
Right. Go for nails, send Samuel and Zabishek to work. If it's at all possible.
Aye, just so. Oh, and Theresa, once you've done all your chores for the day, I've a little surprise for you.
A surprise, Pa? Don't you want to tell me about it now?
Curiosity killed the cat. What kind of surprise
fail.
would it be if I told you, girl?
Oh, all right.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, nice. We'll take that.
Sammy, get up. It's broad daylight and the birds are singing.
Yeah, I'm up.
Have a bite to eat before going to the mine.
All right, Ma. You don't have to treat me like a child. Looks like it'll be nice today, eh? I could go to the pond fishing.
But you have to go to work.
I know. But maybe I can slip off after lunch.
There'll be no slipping off. You know very well Nemoy has been complaining about you.
What about dropping that pail on Tonda's head? It was an accident.
Not the first accident you've had, though, was it?
Well, there you go then. If I leave early, nothing will happen to anyone. And you can cook the fish for lunch tomorrow.
You silly sod. All you ever do at the pond is lie around. The only thing you'll catch is more trouble from the mine master when he finds out. Well, if you're not a child, you can sort it out yourself with Nemoy.
Don't I always?
Okay, Sammy, wake up.
Greetings!
How's it going, Stebor? Do you need anything?
No, I'll just be hanging around the mill today, carrying sacks of flour and that. And in the afternoon, I'll go and check the fish trap. Then me and Pa have some matters to attend to in the evening.
What matters?
It's nothing to worry your pretty little head about, sister.
Oh, yeah. The Millers and their secret matters.
Aye, it's something like that.
Okay then. Appreciate.
Pa says you're idle, and if you carry on like that, he'll throw you out.
Why would he do that? Then he'd be left only with Stebor, and Stebor's not going to break his back working either.
Listen, Zbyszek. Pa's not happy with you, and if he says you're idling, you'd better make a bit of effort. I'm only telling you for your own good. You wouldn't want to lose your job now, would you?
You lot are always going on about work as if it was a blessing from heaven. All right. I'll get to work. Anything for a bit of peace.
That's more like it. You'll see it doesn't hurt.
Ooh, nice. We've got a new level. Okay, I think now we can start to explore some place. A horse. Okay, we can go up there and then take the nails, but I think let's go around a bit before we go there and see what we can find. Do I have vitality? Oh yeah. So she has her own status now, but limited skills. We have bow.
Good day, Theresa.
Good day.
Reading never filled anyone's belly, eh? I feed a whole family with these two hands, while yours are only good for pulling your own cock. You lazy wretch. You're full of talk, and yet you haven't 2 groschen to rub together.
You should talk. All you have is what falls from your master's table.
Ha! Look at you, thin as a rake from never having a decent meal, and still bloated from nothing but pride.
At least I can read and write and think for myself.
What use is that to you? To sit bare-assed in the cold and read?
You pile of manure. Should I muck out stables like you? Is that what you call an honourable profession? Even the horses are more fragrant than you.
Honest work doesn't stink, you good-for-nothing.
Perhaps not, but you stink to high heaven.
You lazy wretch. You're full of talk, and yet you haven't 2 groschen to rub together.
You should talk. All you have is what falls from your master's table.
Okay, what
Look
happened
at
here?
you, thin as a rake from never...
What are you two quarrelling about here, for the love of God?
This pipsqueak here claims studying is as hard a job as working in the stables.
I most certainly did not, because study is of course much harder work than mucking out a bit of horse manure.
See? That's what I'm talking about, and yet it's as clear as day.
Hang on. What's as clear as day?
That study is as hard as mucking out stables, if not harder.
A man who doesn't work with his hands is an idler, and a good for nothing. Am I wrong?
I'd like to ask you a couple of questions before answering. You're a scholar. What are you doing in Skalitz?
I'm on my way to Sasau with letters. This ingrate here is stabling my horse overnight before I continue my journey.
What does your work involve, student?
I'm no student, but a baccalaureus, having completed the trivium of the Faculty of Liberal Arts in the University of Prague. Grammar, rhetoric, and dialectics are my work, while this yokel wouldn't be capable even of learning Latin. Father arranged that I will serve as a teacher in Kuttenberg for 2 years before returning to the university to attend the quadrivium. To teach and be taught, that is real work.
You serve Sir Radzig at the castle, don't you, Master Groom?
Aye, and Sir Radzig is very pleased with my work. I can be rightly proud of what I do, and I bring home a nice wage too. The children are fed, and the wife can buy herself a nice scarf from time to time. I'm satisfied with my lot. How many people can say that?
What's so hard about your job, Master Groom?
That's real work. Not like this parasite here does. On my feet from dawn till dusk, feeding, mucking out, grooming. By evening, I'm dead on my feet. I'm doing something real, see? Something that makes sense. Horses are needed for work, for the lords, for riding out, even in times of war. And someone has to care for those horses. All this good-for-nothing can do is mouth off. But he'd never be able to do a real job.
Okay.
That's all I need to know.
They were right, actually.
You're both right, but not one of you has a grain of sense. Work is work, whether it's done with your hands or your heart.
Ah, rhetoric worthy of Socrates himself, and out of the mouth of a woman. I bow to you, good maiden. The professors of Prague could learn a thing or two from you.
Are you saying this good-for-nothing here, who has to beg for his beer at the tavern, is my equal? But to hell with it. I won't argue.
Nice. Groom and scholar. Nice. That's interesting discussion in there.
Damn.
Oh. No treasure chest in here. This is interesting. Matthew.
How are things, Matthew?
Theresa? It's unusual to see you here. Come to see the eighth wonder of the world, have you?
What would that be now?
Fritz, working. Well, that's a sight you don't see every day.
I'd say that's the pot calling the kettle black. You don't look too busy yourself.
Why overdo it? Jesus was a carpenter too, but how many beams do you think he made, eh?
Matthew, that's blasphemy.
No, it's only a harmless joke. You don't have to look at me like the parish priest did at Kunesh, when he spewed over his pew.
Ugh, don't even remind me. Well, I'd better be going. Work to do, you know.
Don't overdo it now.
And Fritz.
Greetings.
What's new, Fritz?
I don't know. Oh, actually, I do know. There's going to be a dance this evening. Are you going?
Maybe. I've got a lot to do still.
They say it's going to carry on tomorrow too. and they'll be roasting a pig. Can't miss that.
So I heard. I wonder how come Sir Radzig allowed it.
No, it wasn't his lordship's idea. It was Master Faithfar's.
Master Tobias? Why would he do that?
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to show off his wealth. I'd have roast pig and dancing every evening if I had his coin.
Okay, about dancing. Oh, so this is how it works. Let me check on my equipment. Oh wow. Okay, so I have speech. So I think I will talk to everybody else, and that speech skills will be useful for our journey with Theresa.
Tess, could you help me with something?
Yes, Johanka.
Can you come here a minute?
I will
All freshly prepared.
talk with Johanka later because she has a side quest.
Herbs, ointments, all freshly.
Greetings.
I'm wounded. Have you got something for it?
By all means. I'll have a look at you and we'll see. If you've got the coin for it, of course.
Okay.
You know what? I've changed my mind. I'll get fixed up some other way.
As you wish.
He has safer snaps. Okay, that will be useful. Did I have safer snaps? Oh yes, I have 3. Matthias. So this is Matthias' house. And the map is only this. So we can't go any further from this area. Marosh.
God be with you.
What's new with you?
Well, I went to see Pavlena's father to ask for her hand. He hummed and hawed for a bit, but in the end he gave his blessing. He didn't offer much of a dowry, but I don't care. The main thing is I can finally be with my Pavlena. We'll be wed in the summer.
That's great. I wish you happiness.
Oh man. We already knew what will happen, right? This gate is now open. let's talk to another NPC.
Greetings, Tess. Good morning.
What's new in the village?
There's to be a dance this evening. Again. Can we not find some other way to enjoy ourselves for a change? Harvest Festival, Pentecost Festival, dances, church, and dances again.
What else would we do for fun?
I heard they have combat tournaments in Rattay sometimes. The men put on shining armour and folk can watch them battering each other. That must be lovely to watch. Why can't we have something like that once in a while? After all, Sir Radzik is the royal hetman.
But for a tournament, you need knights. We don't have enough here in Skalitz.
Ah, but Sir Hanish's tourney in Rattay is even for commoners. Even our fellas could enrol there.
Oh my god, don't say that too loud. I can just imagine how my brothers would be tripping over each other to enrol.
They wouldn't be the only ones, would they? How about that Henry? He's always waving that wooden sword around like you'd think he was getting ready to go on crusade. But there's an interesting thought now. Which of our fellas do you think would win?
Henry would win for sure. He's always practicing with that wooden sword, like you say. And besides, he's a blacksmith's son. They're always strong from hammering iron all day.
Do you think so? Don't say anything, but I think that Henry's a bit of a fool. And he doesn't overwork himself at that forge.
Anyway, enough about tourneys. I must be on my way. Take care.
Oh man. Peace in here. Just like before. Do I have lockpick? Not yet. We can get lockpick later. This is Piran.
God save you, Tess.
I've seen you in Skalitz, but I've never spoken to you before.
No, not many people talk to me.
Why is that?
Why? Because I'm a stranger here, and people would rather look after their own than strangers.
Why are you begging?
I lost everything. I had a wife, a home, children. I had cattle and sheep. Then foreign soldiers came and took it all from me. They killed and burned. Only I survived.
What soldiers do you mean?
I don't know. One soldier's the same as the next. I fled far away to this peaceful land, as far as I could from the scene of my suffering.
I'll give you something. Wait.
A few groschen will do.
Here you are. At least you can get yourself a bite to eat.
Oh, thanks a thousandfold. God sees your good deed and will watch over you.
How about Kunesh? Is he still in here?
Is someone there?
Hey, Kunesh.
Good day. What do you...
What news, neighbour?
What do you want, mill wench? Did your old man send you? I paid him for his flour last week.
No, no, nothing like that. I was just passing the time of day.
Then go and pass it with someone else. I'm not in the mood for women's gossip. Just like my old woman, by Christ.
Where is she, anyway? Your wife, I mean. She's been away quite a long time, hasn't she?
She went to see her family. Said her brother died. What's it to you, anyway?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Bah! She never said a word about him, and all of a sudden she goes rushing off all the way to Costanet saying he's kicked the bucket. Aye, she's been gone a long time. Far too long. Brother or no brother, I'll take my belt to her backside when she gets back. Anything else?
No, of course it's no business of mine. It's just that you mentioned her. Well, please give your good wife my regards when she gets back.
I think his wife is leaving. I will believe that.
Good day, Theresa.
Vincent.
Greetings.
What news, neighbour? I haven't seen you here much. Where are you from?
I live at a farm beyond the village. Vincent's my name. I know you, though. You're the miller's daughter, right? Your brother helped us with the harvest one year.
Right, I remember that. It was before Samuel started working at the mines.
He's in the mines? I thought he'd be working at the mill with your father.
My older brother Stebor does that. Papa doesn't think the mill pays enough to feed us all, so he got Samuel a mining job. He said it's as good a job as any. And it ought to toughen him up a bit. The mill will go to Stebor one day, and his wife, when he finds one.
And what will happen with you?
I'd like to stay here in Scarlet. Maybe Stebor will let me live on at the mill, even after he gets married. After all, I do quite a lot of work around the mill, and I could teach his wife if she's not used to that kind of work.
No doubt Stebor will keep you on. If I were in his shoes, I'd certainly offer my sister a roof over her head.
Ooh, gambler.
Thank you kindly. I hope I have the pleasure of your visit again soon.
Good day.
You can buy a dress in here.
God bless. What can I help you with?
What's new in the village, Yarmila?
Did you happen to meet that scholar who's been wandering around here since yesterday? He told me a wonderful story from olden times when Princess Libusa ruled. You've heard about Libusa, haven't you?
No. I don't know her. Who was she?
Really? I thought everyone knew that story. She was a princess of bygone days who married a plowman, and he later became king. But she was a seer too, and she had all sorts of visions. And she founded Prague.
That's interesting. What did the scholar tell you about her?
About the Maiden's War. Would you like to hear it?
Maiden's War? That sounds like a good story. Tell me about it.
Girls were different back then. In pagan times, they could live... How did he put it? Free of the yoke of marriage. They bore arms like men and waged war. And they chose their own leader. And they even dressed like men. Can you believe it?
What happened to them?
He said they were so bold that they even built their own fortress where no man was allowed.
They really did that themselves?
Oh, aye. And when the menfolk found out, They were envious. They came together in great numbers and built their own fortress in sight of the Maiden's one.
What? Men and women lived separately in their own castles?
They did, and they waged war on each other. The men were braver, but the women often outsmarted them.
Naturally. How did it end up?
In the end, they agreed on a truce. To celebrate peace, they feasted for 3 days, and each man took away one bride.
Oh, I was expecting it to end differently.
I'd be happier too if the women won and could grab any husband they wanted.
A pretty picture indeed. Thanks for the story. It was quite inspiring. I must be going. Our fortress is still ruled by men, and they haven't learned to clean up after themselves.
Hey, this is Rob.
How are you?
What news, neighbour?
I'll be off to work soon. I'm taking turns with Dushek in the East Gallery. It's a tough job there. A cramped space and only one support so far. Hard going it is. That's why Nemoy is sending us in shifts.
Why aren't you resting at home if you'll be off to the mine soon?
The wife's not well, so I'm doing what I can to lighten her load. Carrying water, picking up things at the market, peeling vegetables. You know yourself.
That's very good of you.
Well, when I'm sick, I'll send her to do my job in the mine.
Pigman.
God be with you.
How are things with you, Pigman?
Pigman? I thought only the fellas at the mine called me that.
Oh, sorry. Samuel sometimes mentions you, and I suppose I got used to it. Does it bother you?
What's the difference? I'll never shake it anyway. Pickman the idiot who chopped off 2 of his toes with a pick.
That's awful. People are always getting hurt in the mines. How did it happen exactly?
Just not paying attention, I suppose. We were digging a tunnel and I simply hit my foot with a pickaxe. It went through my boot like a hot knife through butter.
That must have hurt awfully.
It hurt like hell. And now I have to stuff the tip of my boot with straw or I can't walk straight.
I'd better be going. There's lots of work to be done. Be careful now, all right?
Yeah.
God be with you. Do you need anything?
What's new with you, Antonia?
My husband keeps complaining about a cough and a running nose. With all the moaning he does, you'd think you ought to call the gravedigger. And then, in the evening, he ups and off to the tavern. Men. They get a tickle in the throat and they think they're dying. But put a tankard of ale in front of them, all of a sudden, they're right as rain.
God save. What can I do for you?
Any news, Maruna?
Well, there's a peculiar fellow standing by the potters on the outskirts, selling strange trinkets, relics and the like, and he's got a peculiar talk to go with it.
Peculiar in what way?
Well, I went to see what he was selling and greeted him politely, and he started on about how I'm a pretty girl and what have you.
What's so strange about that? Fellas are always talking to girls that way if they don't wear a wife's scarf.
But that's not all. He started on about how we're different from one another, men and women like, and in a vulgar way too.
So, what did he say was the difference between men and women?
He said a woman's body is the opposite of a man's, that they've got their, outside, and ours is inside. And that it's because men have more heat inside their bodies, and that pushes their things out. But we're colder, and so we've got it inside. Do you think it's true, what he says?
It sounds like a lot of nonsense to me. Maybe he was just trying to seduce you.
Oh, with talk like that?
Well, you know what asses men can be.
Then he's an even bigger madman than I took him for.
I'd rather not say anything on the subject. Take care of yourself, Marina.
Leave.
God bless. What can I help you with?
This'll do me.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Jane?
Huh. Have you seen that vagabond by the gate?
Who do you mean?
That stinking beggar who's always skulking around there. I swear he eyed me like a demon when I went past carrying water. There's something not right about that fella. Mark my words. The catchpole ought to send him hopping. We've no need for beggars and idle good-for-nothings in Scarlet.
You shouldn't talk about folk like that. We ought to be charitable to people in need.
Need? What he needs is to get off his lazy arse and find work.
God
This is
bless
Baron's
you.
wife.
What's new in the village, good wife?
Oh, all sorts, lass. Or nothing at all. Depends how you look at it. There's talk enough about everyone. What interests you?
Have you heard anything
health
about what's
to you,
going on at the
Theresa.
castle with Sir Radzig?
I have. Blacksmith Martin is making him a new sword, and some engraver from far off is decorating it. No doubt it'll be a fine piece of work.
Have you heard anything about Henry and Bianca?
I'm surprised the innkeeper lets that young fellow court his daughter. I don't think he's in any hurry to make an honest woman of her. But maybe she's keeping it secret from her pa.
Have you heard anything about Johanka?
Well, it seems to me she's been making eyes at young Matthias. But the silly sod hardly notices she exists. You're friends with her, aren't you? You ought to know if there's any truth in it.
I'm not going to talk about anyone behind their back. Not a word.
Come now, lass, it's nothing against anyone. Just some friendly gossip between neighbours on the green. There's no malice in it.
What have you heard about Fritz and Matthew?
That pair. Carpenters, they call themselves. If you ask me, the only thing they'll be building is gallows for themselves.
Any news about Master Fafar?
Master Tobias is a good soul. That dance this evening is all his doing. He arranged it with Sir Radzig. I wonder why, though. Unless it's just to spread his wealth among the common folk.
I wonder what people are saying about my
By the way,
brothers.
Well,
any
no
choice
offence,
in
lad,
this
but it's
quest
well known
will
Samuel
not
has no
affect
fondness
the
for
end
hard
of
work.
the quest.
As for Stubor, to tell the truth, no one said anything much about him. Oddly enough.
So nothing crucial
Are people
about our
saying
choice.
anything about me?
Ha! Let's talk about everyone, lass. But I can't go telling folk what others are saying about them. That wouldn't be right.
I'll leave you to it, good wife. God bless.
God be with you, Theresa.
I think that's a lot. Let's go to the tavern.
Usual or something else?
Good day, Theresa.
Good day. Cornelius. Oh man. Where are you going inside? Dutch.
Good day.
What news, neighbour?
News? Have you not heard, girl? The Empire is falling asunder under the hands of the king.
How do you mean?
King Sigismund of Hungary besieged Kuttenberg, and quite rightly too, in my opinion, because King Wenceslaus' rule is no rule at all. I am not the only one who would rather see his brother Sigismund on the throne.
Such affairs have nothing to do with the likes of me. What I care about is how much grain we have to keep the mill making a living for us. Affairs of state are the concerns of royalty and nobility.
You're quite right. A woman should not trouble her heart with political matters. You had better go back to your chores, so that you do not make your father angry, no?
Oh, this is Groom and Scholar. They are now here.
God be with you.
What news, neighbour?
Have you heard that King Wenceslas's half-brother Sigismund and his foreign soldiers sacked Kuttenberg? I expect he wanted to loot his brother's silver to pay for his campaign against his allies. That horde of Tartars and mercenaries he has doesn't come cheap.
I heard something about it. Were many people killed?
No. Those cowardly burghers surrendered to Sigismund without a fight and begged him for their lives on their knees in the mud.
Why would King Sigismund turn against his own brother like that?
He wants to depose him, that's why. He and those foreign lords of his think Wenceslas isn't paying enough attention to the problems of the Empire. Well, that's easy to say, but if you ask me, the whole world is going to hell. Not even the church is able to stick together, and now we have 2 popes? How is a person supposed to know what to believe in anymore?
What do you think will happen?
It's starting to stink like a few years ago. You were still a little girl then, so you wouldn't know, but Wenceslas had to yield to his own lords. Jobst of Moravia and his League of Lords even abducted Wenceslas and locked him up in Austria. Wenceslas's younger brother John and his cousin, Prokop of Moravia, got him released in the end.
Well, at least some of his family remained loyal to him.
Well, yes. Only John and Prokop had to make some concessions to the lords in Prague that the king didn't agree with, so they fell out with him in the end anyway. I don't reckon they'll be willing to come to his aid again.
The more I hear about politics, the less sense it makes. I must get back to work.
And Bianca.
Bianca, how come you're up so bright and early?
Papa has me running around from dawn till dusk. You know how it is.
Indeed I do.
I'm glad you're here, Tess. You've got to help me with something. But first, can you go and see Henry for me? He's at the sheepfold by the stockade, as usual.
Oh, playing around with wooden swords again?
Aye, he's getting ready for the life of a mighty warrior.
Well, at least we know he'll be able to protect you from outlaws with wooden swords.
Oh well, boys and their games. Listen, would you bring him a beer from me?
But why don't you bring it yourself?
If Pa saw me running after Henry, he'd tan my hide. But I can't leave him dry in this heat.
All right, I'll bring the beer to him.
Thanks. And don't forget to tell him it's from me.
Everyone knows all the beer in Skalitz is from you and your pa.
You know what I mean. And listen, Tess. Once you've given him the beer, come back to me again. Meanwhile, I'll make an excuse to Pa. I need you to go somewhere with me. But I'll tell you all about it after. Run along before the beer gets warm.
Okay, let's meet Henry. And Theresa can punch.
God be with you, Henry. Mind you don't get hurt.
Good day, Theresa. Take that.
I brought you a beer. I'd say you need it after a hard battle.
Ah, great. It's as hot as Pa's forge out here today. That's very sweet of you to get me a beer.
Actually, Bianca sent it. Her pa doesn't want her to come here.
Ah, I see. I'll make it up to her this evening.
I don't want to know how. How come you're training on your own today? You're usually here with that vagabond. What's his name?
Vanyek. And he's not a vagabond. He's a wayfaring combat master.
Well, it looks like he's off wayfaring somewhere else today.
Yeah, more likely sleeping off last night's boozing. Actually, since I've no opponent today, wouldn't you like to have a go? I mean, a bit of swordplay. I could teach you.
Me? Swordplay?
Sure. Why not?
All right then. I accept your challenge, young sir. But I must warn you,
Let's go.
I can swat a mouse with a broom with my eyes closed.
Yeah, I knew you had the heart of a warrior. Let's go then. Come on then. Show me what you're made of. Whoever is the first to hit the other 10 times is the victor.
What if I hurt you, though?
Ah, don't worry. I can handle it.
Henry is still not a good warrior. Wee-hee.
Don't go easy on me, Hal.
Ah, very good.
Henry, really? Now that is hardly chivalrous behavior. Now, I shall have to fight for my honor. Take that, you scoundrel! Are you all right?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Are you mad at me?
No, of course not. It's my own stupid fault.
Well, that'll teach you to go around slapping decent, God-fearing girls on the backside. Let me have a look at it.
No, it's only a scratch and a couple of splinters. And I didn't mean to, you know.
Show me that.
No, really, it's nothing.
You know how it is, Hal. He who lives by the sword
Dies by the splinter, eh?
There now.
Not yet.
By the way, you owe Bianca for that beer.
That's nice.
Theresa,
Hans.
I'm glad to see you.
Greetings.
What's new in the village?
Everyone is flapping around because of this dance. Theresa has promised a roast pig, and they are behaving like it is manna from heaven. My God, you would think they never saw meat in their lives before.
I think it's very good of his lordship. Will you not be going then?
Yes, I will go, only to see this foolishness for myself. But it is not from the kindness of Theresa, it's Master Fafar who is paying for this.
Okay, so let's go to Bianca and get another side quest. So we can get lockpick soon.
God save Theresa. Jesus Christ. Your clothes are a mess. Did you fall down or something?
What else was it you wanted from me?
You brought that beer to Henry then?
I did.
Uh-huh. And what did he say?
He said thanks. That's about it.
Huh. That's just like him. All right. But now I can tell you what I wanted. Fancy a walk in the woods?
Right now? You want to court me in the shade of the pines?
No. I need to pick herbs for distilling schnapps. Henry's favorite.
Henry's favorite? I see.
Yes. I'd like to give it to him tomorrow.
I might have known it would be about Henry again.
Good day, Theresa.
Well, you know how it is, Tess. Don't worry. You'll find a fella one day.
That's easy to say when you work in a tavern where there are fellas swarming around you all day. All I see at the mill are sacks of flour.
What about Zbyszek?
Zbyszek? I'd rather settle for a sack of flour.
I suppose. Your pa would never let Zbyszek have you anyway. Not long ago, when he had a few too many, I heard him say how he was going to get you the richest husband for miles around.
Oh, Pa. I hope that was just the beer talking. What herbs do you need?
I've got almost everything except belladonna. I know a clearing where the best plants grow.
Belladonna? But that's deadly poison.
It is, if you don't know what you're doing. But don't worry, I haven't poisoned anyone yet.
Why don't you go and pick it yourself?
Pa won't let me go on my own. They say a wolf was seen in the woods recently.
A wolf? Hereabouts?
So they say. But it was old Blaha who claimed to see it, and he's never sober. Still, I wouldn't want to go there alone.
Couldn't your brother go with you?
Adam, he'd shit himself if he saw a wolf. And besides, someone has to take care of the tavern. But he could lend us his bow. Good thinking, Tess.
Thanks? So, you're going to borrow a bow from Adam, and then you want me to go with you to pick belladonna in the woods?
Actually, it's not entirely that simple. Adam won't lend me his bow. The last time he did, I broke the string. You'll have to get it from him. Anyway, I don't know how to shoot. But Stibor taught you, didn't he?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
It doesn't matter. If the wolf sees a bow, he won't come near us. So will you go and ask Adam? You know he's always liked you. Just give him a wink and the bow is yours.
You might be able to do that with Henry, but me? Well,
come now. You're as pretty as any lass in the province. And once you've got the bow, meet me on the bridge by the lake, alright?
Alright, I'll help you. But next time I want something from you. I don't want to hear any excuses about how you have to see Henry.
Deal. You're an angel, Tess.
Cry wolf. Okay, so now we need to get a bow and arrows.
Ha! Me and Theresa are going to pick herbs. Adam, keep an eye on things here while I'm gone.
Yeah, sure. Just be back before the place fills up in the evening.
Greetings, Tess.
Greetings.
I heard you're a really good archer. And that you've even got your own bow.
Yeah. I've got a bow. I made it myself. And I can hit the tree behind the tavern at 20 paces.
Good heavens, that's amazing. Would you lend me your bow for a while?
Lend my bow? To a girl? Well, I don't know, Theresa.
What's wrong? Are you afraid I'll get up to some mischief with it? I won't break it. Stibor taught me how to shoot, and he said I was pretty good.
Well, he would, wouldn't he? He's your brother. Shooting a bow takes skill and strength. You'd never even be able to draw it.
Hey, Adam. If you lend me a bow, I'll dance with you at the next celebration.
Oh? You would? Really?
So that's how
All
it
right.
works.
Here's the bow then. And some arrows. Take it all.
Thank you so much, Adam.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so before we meet Bianca, let's go here first.
Commanded you to do so.
How's the work going, Master Potter?
Just fine, until you came along. Do you think I've time to waste an idle chatter? I've work to do. Why do you think I live here, away from town? I live here, so no one bothers me with stupid questions.
Well, forgive me for greeting you politely as I passed by. Next time I need a pitcher, I'll go to the Potter by the river, so as not to waste your valuable time. Good day to you.
Thank you, Mr. Potter.
By a bloated stomach, then take these miraculous herbs from the distant Orient.
And charlatans
An
is
unfailing
in
remedy
here.
for you and for your livestock.
I don't know you, unless my memory deceives me. Where are you from, and what are you doing here?
Have you not noticed? I'm saving lives. I came from far away Sasau to avert great misfortune.
My God, what misfortune?
All the misfortune of the world, my dear. For misfortune walks not over mountains, but over men. I have artifacts that will avert mine cave-ins, swarms of locusts, bloody rain, and flaming swords. Not to mention, say, unhappy love, perhaps.
Do they really work?
Have you ever seen bloody rain?
No, I haven't.
There, you see. I have remedies for all woes, and an answer for everything.
Maybe that kind of talk might invoke those woes.
Have you ever heard it said that no one can be a prophet in his own land?
Yes. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, here am I, far from my own land.
What are these peculiar goods you're selling here?
Things that bring good luck. Or bad, if that's what's needed. What are you after? No, wait, don't tell me. I know just what your heart desires. I have here an amulet that will ensure your safety and your whole family's forever. Girls like you are always keen to have one.
Really? An amulet can do that?
Most assuredly. But unfortunately, I just sold the last one. However, I do have something even better.
What is it?
A map. Have you heard of the Scarlet's treasure?
Scarlet's treasure? No.
My dear child, you ought to ask your parents about it. Everyone knows about the Scarlet's treasure. But no one knows that I have a map to it.
Then why don't you dig it up yourself?
Me? A spiritual man? Please, I have no interest in worldly wealth. But you can have it for only a few groschen.
Okay, let's take it.
If it leads to treasure, as you say, how could I refuse? Are we agreed?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
Here you have it. Happy hunting. Come closer and examine the miraculous remedy from the Moorish land.
Nice.
That expel all woes,
Treasure map.
heals, kills fleas.
Thank you, charlatan.
God be with you, Theresa.
Apple. Can we take this axe? No?
How are you, Theresa?
God be with you, Theresa.
I've got the bow. We can get going.
Great. Come with me.
Accident. Oh. Who is this?
Hey, Theresa, wait. There's a magpie's nest somewhere on that tree. Last time I was passing here, I saw that bird carrying something shiny to its nest. Listen. Since you've got a bow, why not try and shoot the nest down? Adam does it all the time, so I'm sure there's nothing to it. Wait before the magpie comes back. Good health to you, Tiri. Wait before the magpie comes back. I wonder what could be in that nest.
I had a look in the nest.
Yeah? And what did you find there?
There was a ring in it. Looks like silver.
Really? Holy Mother of God! I always wanted a silver ring. But you're the one who shot it down.
You can have it.
You're giving it to me? Tess, you're the best friend ever. Thank you. I'll wear it to the dance this evening. Come on. Let's go and pick those herbs before it gets too late. I wonder what happened here. I saw it the last time, but no one reported anything in Scarlet. Do you think they skidded off the road and something devoured them? Maybe a wolf?
I thought you didn't believe in wolves.
I don't. I didn't. Better keep going. Come on.
Theresa, come back.
Okay, there's a treasure chest in here.
We'll turn into the woods here and go uphill a bit. Follow me. Greetings, Tess. It's a sweet little garden, isn't it? I never met anyone here, but it's always well kept. Probably some witch. Who else would keep a garden in the woods? It's a shame that witch doesn't grow belladonna, too. Did you hear that? We'd better keep going, all right? We're nearly there. We'll go along the road here and then back into the woods. This is the place. I'll start picking, and you keep a lookout.
Shouldn't I help you pick herbs too?
No, I'll manage fine on my own. I'd rather you kept your eyes peeled for that wolf.
What should I do if the wolf turns up, though?
You've got a bow, right? Don't think about it. Just shoot him. Besides, you've got Tinker. Although, I'm not sure he's any match for a wolf.
How long will it take you?
Just a short while, don't worry. But while I'm at it, I'd like to pick enough to keep me going for a while. Just keep watch, and I'll tell you when I'm done.
All right, I'll keep watch. Just make it quick.
I'm curious what Henry will say when I brew him his favorite schnapps. God's mother of God.
Wolf? Is it wolf? Really?
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Good fella. That's my boy. Let's see what you can sniff out here. Seek.
Actually, nothing unusual we can see. So let's just go back to Bianca.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Good health to you, Theresa.
I thought those rumors about a wolf were just idle talk.
Idle talk, indeed. If I'd been alone, that beast would surely have devoured me.
Did anything happen to you?
No, I'm fine. Thank God. It's a good thing you came along.
Did you manage to pick enough herbs?
Yeah, I did. Fortunately, I'll brew plenty of that liquor. Enough for you, too, as a reward.
All right, thanks. That was a funny-looking wolf, don't you think? I reckon it was actually a wild dog.
Wolf or dog? It was a monstrous beast. Henry will never believe this.
What will you do now?
I'll go back to work at the tavern. There's been quite enough excitement for one day. Thanks for coming with me, Tess. And don't forget to come and see me tomorrow.
All right.
All right, we've completed Cry Wolf.
How are you, Theresa?
So people still in here. Samuel.
I shouldn't wander off so far on my own.
Nice. The treasure.
I've still got lots of chores to do. I can't spend my time wandering around.
God save you, Tess.
So dark. And I don't have torch. Okay, let's go to find the treasure from treasure map. And I believe it's around here. Let's see. This river. More river. And it's in here. Nice.
Theresa, I'm glad to see you.
Blacksmith.
And that cow of his trampled our cabbages 3 times already.
What's so hard about putting up a fence?
Ask him that. You'd think it was a cathedral he was building, always adding fancy bits and decorations. All I want is something to keep that damn cow out.
Hasn't he been at it a couple of years already?
3. He was out there again yesterday evening, staring at the thing and scratching his chin. He'd be more use as a fence post himself.
He's dold no mistake. How about going round and trampling his cabbage patch a bit? Good day, Theresa.
Good God, you look terrible. Did someone attack you?
Is there someone here who'd compete with me in archery?
I'm sure someone can be found. First, I'll explain the rules to you. You shoot 7, 13, or 21 arrows, depending on who you're shooting against. The straw surround is worth 1 point, the white ring 2, and the bullseye 3. Whoever finishes shooting first gets 3 extra points. The round ends when everyone has finished shooting, and whoever has the most points wins. It's the custom to wager on it, to make it more interesting, see? The better the archers you shoot against, the higher the stakes.
All right, that seems straightforward.
Just one more thing. Don't leave while the contest is underway, and never aim or shoot at anything but the target. Otherwise, you're out. Got it?
Got it.
How good are you with a bow, so I can find you a suitable opponent?
I'm a beginner.
Doesn't matter. At least you'll get a bit of practice. Beginners shoot 7 arrows around. Splendid! Here's some arrows for you, but you can use your own if you want. Meanwhile, I'll round up the competition. Everyone is in place. The contest can begin. How are you, Theresa? Time is up. We're done here, and the victor is Theresa.
Is there someone here who'd compete with me in archery?
Of course. What do you think this range is for? How good are you with a bow, so I can find you a suitable opponent?
Okay, let's try the master one.
I reckon I
Before
can
we
take
go?
on the best.
Bold words. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The best archers shoot 21 arrows. Splendid! Here's some arrows for you, but you can use your own if you want. Meanwhile, I'll round up the competition. Everyone is in place. The contest can begin. God be with you, Theresa.
Okay, I will win.
Game over. Theresa wins.
Thank you. Okay, let's just go. Can we sleep? No.
God have mercy. What will you do with it?
I don't rightly know. Old culture told me to cut them down and burn them before the others came.
God save you, Tess.
That'd be a shame. Fine trees like that.
Aye, but better to save a few if I can than risk them all dying.
True enough. That'd be much worse.
My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
How are things?
As always, the sun rose and I expect it'll set again, God willing. You're the miller's girl, aren't you?
That's me, Theresa.
I'm Julian, I'm a woodcutter. I don't think we've ever spoke before. Oh, you've got a lovely dog. What's his name?
We call him Tinker because he always pricks up his ears when he hears the rattle of pots and pans. Pa got him as a tiny pup from some executioner who has lots of dogs. Imagine, the executioner hadn't the heart to drown the pups. I suppose that's why he has so many dogs.
He's a fine fella. I'd love to have a dog like that to take on walks in the woods.
Try asking around the village. Someone might have one for you.
I asked the butcher. He's got a nice dog too. A good guard dog. Always barks at me when I go past. Only the butcher misunderstood what I was after.
How's that?
He thought I was after a dog for meat.
That's horrible. I'd never eat dog meat. Such lovely, useful animals.
Neither would I. Unless I was really starving. But there's plenty of folk who wouldn't think twice about it. I'm glad you stopped by for a chat. But I must get back to work now.
Minding my own business, when all of a sudden I see this purse right there.
No, I can't sleep. Alright then, let's go back.
Good Christians, have mercy on a poor wretch. The Lord Jesus himself commanded you to do so.
I'll give you something. Wait.
A few groschen will do.
Sorry. I don't have anything to give you just now.
Oh.
Good morning.
So traders here. He has safer snaps. And maybe we can buy that. And sell this.
I'd like to discuss the price.
All right, so.
What about this?
That's not enough. See now? I knew we'd come to an agreement.
That's really quite a pile of hay you have.
You're telling me there's no end to the stuff.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I ain't the youngest, truth be told, but I can still handle one cartload of hay.
I hope so. It's just that it seems like there's no end to it at all.
Indeed. I'd rather see it all burn to ashes than keep breaking my back here for all eternity.
Be careful with what you say, man.
Good day, Theresa.
Yep, it's open. We can go there.
No sign of the blacksmith. Where can he be?
Good morning.
Father sent me to pick up nails, but there's no one at the forge.
Aye, sorry, lass. Martin had to go to the castle to talk to Sir Radzig. He's to forge a sword for his lordship.
Oh, I see. And has he made the nails for Pa?
I'm afraid he hasn't had time on account of that sword. But if you come tomorrow, he'll surely have them for you. I'll remind him this evening.
All right. I'll stop by tomorrow.
Do that, dear. Oh, and by the way, the girls were looking for you.
I talked to Bianca. Was someone else looking for me?
Aye, Johanka too. She ought to be home now, if you want to stop by and see her before you go home.
What was it about?
They didn't say, but it seemed important. Which probably means boys, I suppose, hey?
There's no harm in that, is there, good wife? You were young yourself once and went dancing with boys.
Oh, so I'm an old woman now, am I?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I'm only teasing you, girl. Dancing is just what you young ones should be doing. Make the most of it while you can. Before you know it, your pa will find you a husband, and you'll have a pack of children to take care of.
Let's hope it's not too soon. Thanks for letting me know. I'll stop by tomorrow for those nails then.
Not at all. Oh, and another thing, Theresa. Have you seen Henry around anywhere? If he helped his father out more at the forge, there'd be no shortage of nails.
He's at the sheepfold by the stockade, learning sword fighting.
I might have known. How many times must I tell him? He ought to be learning his trade, not fooling around with swordplay. Thanks for telling me. I'll deal with him later.
Yeah, it's Henry's mother.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Okay, so she mentions about Johanka, so let's go there. Oh man, we don't have horse.
God save you, Tess.
May the Lord watch over you, Tess.
Greetings.
I'm wounded.
So we
Have you
can
got
get
something for
heal
it?
in here?
By all means. I'll have a look at you and we'll see. If you've got the coin for it, of course.
Here.
Right, let's see what's the matter with you then. I'm sure I'll have something for it.
Oh
Come
yeah.
right up, good people.
And now we are at full health
As well as
again.
health-giving decoctions.
Johanka, what's up?
I was asking around for you. There's something we have to talk about. Are you going to the dance this evening?
I'd like to go and have a look, if I have time for it. Why? Do you want to borrow my dress?
No, nothing like that. I've got a dress, but I don't want to end up dancing on my own, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, I don't.
I want to go with Matthias.
So, what's the problem? Just go and tell him. You've had your eye on him since the Harvest Festival. Surely you must have noticed by now.
He hasn't. I'm at a loss what to do.
So you'd like Matthias to take you to the dance, but you don't want to tell him?
That's right.
How in heaven's name do you want to do it then?
Easy. You're going to steal his lucky dice.
What? How is that supposed to help, for Christ's sake?
If you can get your hands on it without him noticing, he'll be looking everywhere for it. He'll be wandering around saying to himself, "Where did I put that damned dice?" And then I'll turn up. God be with you, Matthias. You didn't by any chance lose your dice? And he'll say,
"Aye, Johanka, I did. Where on earth did you find it?"
"Oh, I found it near the tavern. You know there's going to be a dance there this evening." And then he'll finally get the message.
"Oh, the dance. Yes. Johanka, wouldn't you like to go with me?"
"Of course. I'd love to go with you, Matthias. Thank you for asking." Then he'll take me by the hand, and he'll look...
I can't believe it.
Never mind that.
When we look at Johanka in the
well,
Madonna of Sasau
that's how it's going
quest.
to help. More or less.
You painted a very pretty picture, no doubt. But do you think it'll really work?
I'm absolutely sure it will.
Why don't you just steal the dice yourself?
And if he caught me doing it? You think he'd go dancing with me then? Except maybe to the bailiff. But you... well, you're a miller's daughter and... well, you know what they say.
Right. We're all a pack of thieves. I might have known. All right, then. I'll help you.
Thank you, Tess. Bring the dice to me as soon as you have it.
Hang on, though. How am I supposed to find it?
He was saying at the tavern yesterday that he keeps it in his trunk when he's not going to play. Go and see Fritz first. I heard he's always got some lockpicks, whatever he wants them for. Anyway, no doubt he can show you how to use one.
Me? Pick locks? Johanka, aren't you going a bit too far?
Well, then maybe you can get hold of his key somehow. But whatever you do, don't get caught. And not a word to Matthias, for the love of God.
Okay, so we can go to Fritz and then learn about lockpicking now.
How are you, Theresa?
Good day.
Listen, Fritz, I hear you know something about opening locks without a key.
Sure. All you have to do is charge at the door. Shoulder first.
I don't want to break down a door. I want to pick a lock.
Ah, you want a lockpick then?
Shh, not so loud.
Well, I can give you some. But you know what they say. Not even a pig grunts for free.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Who says that?
Mostly me. And everyone thinks it's fucking clever, so bugger off.
Hey, Fritz, how about giving me a couple of lockpicks for free, eh? After all, we've known each other since we were little.
All right, but just this time. If you break them, don't expect to get more for free.
Just two?
You said a couple, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple.
Will you teach me how to pick a lock?
Sure. For a few groschen.
Are we agreed?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal. It's easy as fuck, unless you're all thumbs. Listen, you've got to find a spot where the lock catches and press on it. And only then can you turn it. Nice and light though. No jerky movements. Like when you're caressing a girl's... that is,
I get it. Thanks.
Nice. Now we can go lockpicking. By the way, I need to go back to that accident place. But let's go with Matthias first. So there are two ways that we can do this. So I think I will save. And let's do the first option.
God be with you.
Tell me, Matthias, what do you think of Johanka?
Johanka? Yeah, she's a nice girl. She helped the lads and me out of a few scrapes. Actually, she's always been good to us. Why do you ask?
Your Hunka's a very nice girl, all right. Haven't you noticed maybe she's nice to you more than the others?
Me? How do you mean?
She's shy. You know how it is.
You mean... she likes me?
Supposing you were to ask her to the dance this evening.
Really? You think she'd go with me? Well, I suppose I could, but... Wait, though. Maybe I should have a bit of a wash first. What do you think?
Don't beat around the bush. Just go and ask her. There's nothing to it.
Oh, all right. I'll try it.
Healing herbs, ointments, all freshly prepared.
Greetings, Tess. Good day to you. What do you need?
About Matthias.
Yes? Tell me everything.
I had a chat with Matthias and told him everything.
What? Oh my god! You traitor!
But he said he'd be happy to dance with you.
I can't believe you'd... Wait, what did you say?
I said he'd be very happy to dance with you.
Just like that?
What more do you want, an offer of marriage? He'll come to you and invite you. That's all.
He's coming here! Oh my god, I have to get ready. Thanks, Tess. Thank you.
So the lucky dice
Whatever the ailment, I've got the
will be filled, but the quest matchmaker is still complete.
God save you, Tess.
Come right up, good people.
Okay, here he comes. Let's see.
Yo, Hunka. God be with you. Well, there's that dance this evening, and... guess what? Ah, I see. I wanted to ask you. All right. Yeah, I'll pick you up this evening. At dusk.
May the Lord watch over you, Tess.
Okay, let's reload the game.
How are you?
Tell me, Matthias, what do you think of your Hunka?
Your Hunka? Yeah, she's a nice girl. She helped the lads and me out of a few scrapes. Actually, she's always been good to us. Why do you ask?
I was just curious, that's all. Listen, Matthias. Fritz and Matthew have been looking for you. It seemed very important. You should hurry.
Really? That's funny. I can't imagine what it's about, but if it's as urgent as you think, I'd better go and see what's up.
Okay, now he will go.
Hey!
So we can go inside. And then I will take all of that.
Well, I never.
Let's see what happened with Matthias.
God save you, Tess.
He's a big enough twat already.
Aye, we're not the kind of twat I've got any use for. Someone's having you on, Matty, me lad.
Fuck! I ran across the whole village on account of it.
You must have worked up a thirst then. Since you're here, how about going for an ale, eh?
And get a sausage or three for the long walk back.
And pay for everybody, right? Fuck that. I'm going home.
Okay.
Hey! Fritz and Matthew didn't want me at all. What the hell are you playing at?
They're just fooling with you, I suppose. You know what they're like.
Someone's trying to make a fool out of me, all right?
Okay. Oh, he's going back.
God bless. What can I help you with?
About Matthias.
Yes? Tell me everything.
I've brought you his dice.
I knew you'd do it. Thanks. This is great. I'll bring it to him. Keep your fingers crossed for me.
Healing herbs, ointments, all freshly prepared.
God be with you, Theresa.
God be with you, Matthias. Listen, I found this dice. I believe it's yours.
My dice? But how? I thought it was in my trunk.
No, I found it outside. It was lying on the ground by the tavern where the dance is going to be this evening.
That's odd. I could have sworn I put it away. Can I have it back?
People will be dancing all around there. They'd trample it into the ground for sure. It's a good thing I spotted it. Although, I don't suppose I'll be dancing this evening. No one's asked me.
I see. The dice? Please?
I'd put on a very pretty dress. And after the dance, I'd walk home with the boy who danced with me, if anyone asked me.
I'll take you, all right? And you'll give me my dice back.
Really? You'd take me?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. I'll see you this evening.
Right. Sure. Wait! What about my dice? Oh, for the love of God. Theresa, what are you playing at? You've got no business here. Do you hear me?
Don't think I won't help with every pain and ailment.
Good health to you, Theresa.
Okay. It's done.
Herbs for your kitchen, as well as health-giving decoction.
Okay, now we need to go back to Father. But before that, I think I will go here to take the pressure. And also maybe I will buy some dress for Theresa.
How do?
Good day.
Good God. You look terrible. Did someone attack you?
I'd like to discuss the price.
All right, sir.
What about this?
That's not enough.
Satisfied?
Well, now, a little more and we'll shake on it.
Well, that's a decent price.
What can I do?
What do you need?
Good people, don't leave me to starve.
That's nice. So now let's go back to our home. but I will continue this in the next video, so see you next time.